Months after Kelly Khumalo's failure to appear in court for her testimony in the high-profile murder trial of Senzo Meyiwa, whispers began circulating that the South African songstress had fled the country. Her absence raised eyebrows, given her prominent connection to the slain soccer star and her expected role as a key witness or potential suspect in the ongoing trial. Kindly subscribe to this channel, like this video, drop a comment, and hit the post notification bell for future updates, please. Authorities in South Africa had grown suspicious of her silence. Her decision to remain tight-lipped about the events of that fateful night in Vaslores, where Senzo Meyiwa was gunned down in her family's home, had cast a dark shadow over her reputation. Police warrants and summonses were issued, but Kelly was nowhere to be found. As weeks turned into months, the mystery deepened. Investigators learned that Kelly had left Johannesburg under the guise of attending a private event in Durban. However, surveillance footage and border control records revealed that she had quietly crossed into Zimbabwe, bypassing legal channels. Zimbabwe provided a haven for Kelly Khumalo. She allegedly stayed in a luxurious villa in the affluent suburbs of Harare, protected by a network of high-profile connections. Rumors swirled that she was receiving support from wealthy benefactors who had ties to both South African and Zimbabwean elites. On a humid Tuesday afternoon, Zimbabwean authorities, in collaboration with Interpol and South African police, apprehended Kelly Khumalo during a raid on her hideout. The operation was swift but thorough, leaving no room for escape. She was taken into custody, where she reportedly broke down, pleading her innocence. The events of October 26, 2014, have been etched into South Africa's collective memory. On that evening, Senzo Meyiwa, the captain of the national football team, was fatally shot at Kelly Khumalo's mother's house in Vaslores. Kelly was present, along with her sister Zandile and a few others. From the outset, Kelly Khumalo's statements about the incident were riddled with inconsistencies. She initially claimed it was a botched robbery, yet neighbors reported no signs of forced entry. Her account conflicted with those of other witnesses present at the scene. The weapon used to kill Senzo was allegedly brought into the house by someone known to the group. Speculations arose that Kelly had knowledge of the firearm's origins, further implicating her in the crime. Another suspicious element was a delay in contacting emergency services. Reports suggest that instead of immediately calling for help, Kelly and the others spent crucial minutes cleaning the scene and staging the robbery narrative. Kelly and Senzo's relationship was far from harmonious. Witnesses have testified about frequent arguments and jealousy. Some believe that this volatile relationship could have been a factor leading to Senzo's tragic demise. Kelly's repeated absences from court raised suspicions. Prosecutors argued that her refusal to testify was a deliberate attempt to avoid incriminating herself. Her sudden disappearance highlighted her connections to powerful individuals. Questions arose about whether these relationships were shielding her from justice. Investigators uncovered unusual financial transactions linked to Kelly, including payments to individuals who were allegedly involved in the cover-up of the crime. Interpol had been monitoring Kelly's movements for weeks. Tips from South African informants led them to her hideout in Zimbabwe. Reports suggest that Kelly was planning to flee Zimbabwe for another African country, possibly Zambia or Kenya. Her arrest came just days before her escape plan could materialize. The raid was executed with precision. Authorities surrounded the villa and entered through multiple access points, ensuring there was no escape. Let's look at 20 solid reasons why Kelly Khumalo is a major suspect in Senzo Meyiwa's murder case. 1. Presence at the crime scene. Kelly was present when Senzo was shot, making her a direct witness. 2. Inconsistent testimony. Her changing statements raised doubts about her credibility. 3. Relationship conflict. Her tumultuous relationship with Senzo provided a potential motive. 4. Delay in calling help. The delayed response to Senzo's injuries suggested a cover-up. 5. Knowledge of the weapon. She was allegedly aware of the firearm's presence. 6. Staged robbery narrative. The supposed robbery lacked tangible evidence. 7. Witness tampering. Claims of witness intimidation have been linked to her. 8. Financial irregularities. Suspicious payments tied her to possible accomplices. 9. Flight from justice. Her escape to Zimbabwe hinted at guilt. 10. Contradictory witness accounts. Other witnesses' statements conflicted with hers. 11. Behavior after the incident. Reports suggest she appeared unusually calm after the shooting. 12. Connection to the suspects. Some of the suspects were reportedly known to her. 13. Lack of forced entry. This contradicted her claim of a robbery. 14. Zandile statements. Her sister's accounts have occasionally implicated her. 15. Refusal to testify. Her reluctance to appear in court fueled suspicions. 16. Media statements. Comments made in interviews were seen as evasive. 17. Previous conflicts. Past altercations with Senzo highlighted their strained relationship. 18. Witness reluctance. Some witnesses feared retribution, possibly implicating her. 19. Police records. Early investigation reports linked her to inconsistencies. 20. Family tensions. Senzo's family openly questioned her role in his life and death. As Kelly Khumalo faces extradition to South Africa, the case against her intensifies. Her arrest marks a turning point in the long-running investigation into Senzo Meyiwa's murder. While her legal team prepares for a fierce battle, the public awaits answers to questions that have lingered for over a decade. Whether this chapter brings closure or further complicates the case, one thing is certain. Kelly Khumalo's story is far from over, and the quest for justice continues. Thanks for watching.